In this next module, we want to introduce you to React props. It's going to help you pass data from a parent component to a child component. So what are props? Props are a way of passing data from a parent component to a child component. You have to remember it's unidirectional. Props flow from the parent downward. We want to use props for dynamic component rendering. We want to be able to pass in different data points and have our component render them. We don't want to have static markup. We'd like to have one component that can render many different pieces of data. There's another way to safely check your types with prop types to catch real-time errors. Functional versus class components. Both components will receive and use props in the same way. So how do you access props? The parent component will pass data through the child component via the props. Inside of the child component, you can access the data in this prop object. You can use the dot notation, so you can have the prop object dot name or the prop dot age, prop dot last name, and so forth. You can do that directly in the JSX. Over time, you'll find that it gets a little tedious, especially if you have a lot of markup. You can use another mechanism in ES6 Plus called destructuring props, which will allow you to pull out variables that you need from the props and auto assign them. We can also apply defaults if we would like to with props. One operator that is really powerful is the spread operator. ES6 Plus gave us the 3 dots. What the spread operator will allow us to do is spread out all of the properties of an object or all of the elements of an array into a component. The reason why we want to use the spread operator is it simplifies data passing. We reduce repetition because we don't have to define every single key value pair in an object. If we had a user object, we don't need to specify the name, last name, and age. We can just say ... user, and all of the keys and all of their values will be passed into the component. What's really flexible about this approach is that if there are new keys and values that have been added to that object, we don't have to go back into the code to update the prop list. It'll automatically pick up those new keys and the new values because of the spread operator. This improves maintainability because we don't have to update our component for the new props. So the benefits of component props in the spread operator is that it's very reusable, it's very maintainable, and it's very flexible. In the coding module, we're going to use props and spread up next.